What's going on, guys? The Saiyan17 here, back with another video. Before I get started, I want to give a quick shout out to one of my best friends here on YouTube, the Saiyan2. I've talked about him in the past, so maybe some of you are familiar with him, but he just uploaded a new Q&A video talking about the Budokai series, Infinite World, and Burst Limit, so if you enjoy that kind of stuff, I recommend you watch it. You may learn a few things about the games as well, and check out his channel. He's got crazy gameplay. I've said this before, but I truly believe that he's the best Budokai player, so yeah, his channel link will be in the description below. Check him out. Anyways, moving on with the topic of this video, Xenoverse. I have not talked about this game in quite a long time, and I haven't uploaded any gameplay of this game in a very long time either, and the reason for that is because I haven't been playing the game at all. Now, I just recently, like a week ago, went back to Xenoverse, and the reason for that is because I heard that they released Fukatsu no F costumes for free. So I really wanted to check that out, because, you know, the Fukatsu no F hype is real. I wanted to see how these costumes looked in motion, so I played like 2 or 3 matches, and I closed it. Now, before all of this, the last time that I even touched Xenoverse was when I made a review for it back in March, after beating the story mode, so pretty much 3 months ago. And ever since then, I have had no intention or desire to play this game at all. And it's funny when I look at it now, because the reason why I finally went back to the game last week was because of a free costume pack. Not actually to play the game, but to watch how the costumes look. Now, if you're asking me my thoughts on the costumes, let me tell you that they look freaking fantastic. They look amazing, just like everything else in the game. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Xenoverse and Burst Limit are 2 of the best looking Dragon Ball Z games, and I still stand by that. When you look at the amount of content that Xenoverse has, that's amazing as well. You have so many characters, story mode, online, parallel quests. As a huge Budokai fan, I am even willing to admit that Xenoverse has more content than any Budokai game. But guess what? None of that stuff matters to me if the gameplay is mediocre. And I've proven that countless amounts of times. Just look at one of the games I play the most on my channel, Burst Limit. That game only goes up to the Cell Saga. It has like 21 playable characters or something. That's nowhere near Xenoverse, not even close. But you know why I keep coming back to that game? Because it has solid gameplay, and it's actually challenging on the higher difficulty. The CPU actually dodges, it actually counterattacks you, it actually performs cancels, unlike Xenoverse, where the definition of challenging is giving the opponent an extra health bar by transforming into dark mode and gaining super guard so your attacks inflict no damage on him and he doesn't flinch. That's not impressive or challenging, that's just called lazy game design. You know, I would be more impressed if the CPU actually did something rather than standing there and spamming key blasts in the exact same pattern like 90% of the other characters in Xenoverse. I don't know about you guys, but to me, gameplay has always been the most important part of any game, not just Dragon Ball Z, but any game out there. The way I like to see it is when you're building a skyscraper or any other type of tall building, what's the most important part? Your base. The building isn't just going to float in midair, you know? You need a base for it to sit on. The base is your gameplay, and all the different floors in your building are the layers. For example, your soundtrack, your graphics, your characters, your story mode, basically all your game's content. Now, what happens when everything about this building is great, except for the base? Imagine in your head a building that's made of bricks, but the base is made of toothpicks. What happens? The toothpicks, which are the base, break, and because of that, everything else collapses. Everything else fails. And the perfect example of that is Ultimate Tenkaichi, because on paper, Ultimate Tenkaichi sounds like a perfect Dragon Ball Z game. It had the original Dragon Ball Z story mode, it had beautiful HD cutscenes, it had a versus mode, it had online, it had created characters, and also hero mode for your created characters. Now, on paper, all that stuff sounds amazing, but look at why the game failed. Because of the gameplay. Even though the players had all this amazing content, the gameplay was trash. It impacted everything else, and that's exactly how I feel about Xenoverse. Now, I'm not saying that Xenoverse is as bad as Ultimate Tenkaichi, but what I'm saying is that I grew tired of Xenoverse the same way. I played the game for a week and a half and never touched it again for months. I ended up going back to Budokai Infinite World and Burst Limit, games that I actually enjoy, games that actually have proper versus modes where I can go after beating the main story, a place where I can turn off the bullshit time limit, where I can set how many rounds I want to play with, where I can set how many health bars I want to play with, a game where I can actually take my time and have fun playing with my friends, unlike Xenoverse. So for those of you who were wondering why I don't play Xenoverse or upload gameplay of it, this is why. The gameplay is very weak to me now, it's way too sluggish, it's a hit and miss type of game, and the versus mode is just straight up trash. I don't even know why it's in the game, it's pointless. Honestly speaking, I put in a good amount of hours into the game, My character is like level 70 something, so close to max rank. I gave the game a chance, I beat it, tried out all the modes, but got bored of it really fast. I think I played Xenoverse the same amount of time I played Battle of Z, for like a good week and a half. Also, for those of you who might ask if I'm going to be picking up DLC for this game, the answer is absolutely not. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan and a huge fan of these new characters that are appearing in the DLC, like Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan and Golden Frieza, but I'm not going to go out of my way and spend a single penny on this game. I've said this before, but I'm not going to buy stuff just because it has the Dragon Ball Z logo on it. And also because the new characters and missions isn't going to change the fact that the gameplay is still weak. I don't need more content, I need better gameplay. So I'll just wait for the next Dragon Ball Z game and play the games I enjoy until. Now, if you think that Xenoverse is the best Dragon Ball Z game ever made, more power to you. If you still enjoy it to this day, then keep enjoying it. I'm not here to take any of that away from you. This is just me being real and me giving you guys my thoughts on my channel, which is what I do, whether I think something is good or something is bad. So that's it. If you liked this video, give it a like, and if you didn't like this video, give it a dislike. As far as Xenoverse goes, it's pretty much dead to me at this point. I don't think I'll be going back to it anytime soon. It will now be sitting on my shelf right beside its good friend Battle of Z, which was last year's disappointment. So yeah, anyways guys, that's all I have to say. Have a good day, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.